Is taking care of babies worth it? Short answer, not even gonna make you watch the whole video. Yes. If that's all you needed, then great. If you want more information, keep watching. I have decided to start doing these videos a real life review to most parenting things that we see online. We see sponsored ads, our friends tell us about them, but we think, are they honestly worth the price? I'm a mother of one. I'm a first-time mom. I am 34 years old. I waited a long time to have kids. I wanted to make sure that I was ready and it was right and whatever. I nannied kids since I was 15. And so when I had a baby, I thought that I knew everything. I was like, oh, I don't need to do courses. I don't need, these products, etc. So my daughter was born on August 8th, 2020. Besides her being born, 2020 was... And so when she was born, I was just kind of winging it. We all do as new moms. It wasn't until she was 4 weeks that I decided that we needed to do something about her sleep. She wasn't sleeping bad. It wasn't anything like that. She was actually a great sleeper. But as a first-time mom, you're so concerned about everything that you do, making sure that it's the right and perfect thing. Am I instilling bad habits? So when they're 8 months or this 4-month regression, and I didn't want to be one of those moms that complained. So I wanted to learn all that I could, and I had heard about taking care of babies. A friend of a friend told me about it, and she just said it was great. So I looked online. The newborn class was $79. The bundle class, which is also 3 to 4 months, which they have like a 4-month regression, that bundle was $99. And for whatever reason, I really wanted to save that $20 and wasn't even sure if this was gonna be good. So I paid for the $79 for the newborn class. I made my husband sit down with me and watch this class, maybe, I don't know, while we were eating dinner every single night. And it took us about a week to do. We instilled all of the things that Cara from Taking Care of Babies taught us. We did the bedtime routine. We did the setback. If you've done Taking Care of Babies or if you've kind of watched her Instagram, you know that she talks about setback. It was life-changing. Like I said, she wasn't a hard baby, but she obviously got up throughout the night because we instilled these I'd call them strict because I'm strict, these very strict guidelines of how to put your child to bed, how to get them back to sleep if they wake up, sleepy cues, feeding cues, etc. All these things that I never really realized that you should look out for. By 3 months, she was waking up once through the night. She would wake up for her 4:30 feeding. At 4 months, she was sleeping 12 hours. It was amazing. I honestly never thought that I would have a child who was so young be so good at going to sleep at night. And at 4 months, that's when the naps started getting better. Even still to this day, I think to myself, I put her to bed at 7:30 and my husband and I sit down and we watch our shows or we eat a really late dinner, and I think, oh my gosh, I can't believe that we have an almost 6-month-old who is asleep before 8 p.m. The next day, she doesn't even wake up till 7:30. And my poor husband has to wake up at 5:30, but I'm the one who gets to sleep in, so it doesn't matter. I am so thankful for Taking Care of Babies. I was not sponsored to do this YouTube video. I just want other parents to see real life parents, a real life mom who saw a product and used it and gave a real life review. I will say this, that my daughter has never cried to go to sleep. If she cries, I go right in there. I'm that parent. I go right in there. I make sure she's okay. My husband has to stop me because sometimes she's just crying in her sleep or she makes a little noise or whatever. So first and foremost, don't think of it as something where you have to let your kid cry it out. I do not like that method. I know that most parents resort to that method and I think it's sad. I know it works at some point, but I wanted to make sure that we didn't get to that point. We didn't get to the point of making her cry it out. That just broke my heart, and I didn't want to do that. The one thing that I love about Taking Cara Babies is that they have blogs for almost everything. At least every single night, I'd be looking at a different blog because I always wanted to be prepared for what could happen, the 4-month sleep regression, or the teething, how colds can affect their sleep. I was so worried about doing something wrong, and I was so worried about not being prepared. I'm a Virgo and OCD, and I have to be prepared for things. So I was just obsessed with looking at the blogs, and they're helpful. They really are. She knows her shit, okay? From mom to mom, she knows her shit. She is very knowledgeable. She'll speak about feeding or teething or signs of teething. If your kid has a fever, that isn't a sign of teething, which I kind of always thought it was. It's just information that I really didn't know, and I'm just learning because I'm a new mom. Bottom line, I loved the Taking Cara Babies course. I tell all my friends about it. Basically show you guys that I'm not just full of it. I want to show you guys a real life scenario of me putting my daughter down for a nap. I say nap because bedtime, we know it, it's easy. Bedtime's easier than naps because the child has been up for 12 hours with naps in between, hopefully. And by bedtime, they're out, they're done. So it's one of the easiest. I'm going to show you a real life nap, and I hope it's helpful. Grief, said the goose. Well, well, said the pig. Who cares, said the sheep. So what, said the horse. What's next, said the cow. I also don't want anybody to feel kind of how I felt, where you didn't want to do a course because you should already know as a parent what to do. It's kind of a messed up thing that we think about ourselves because we've never done this before. We think that innately we should know everything there is to know when it comes to children and being a mother, being a father, and we don't. We don't know these small little details that can change their life. I want you to just kind of throw away the ego when it comes to that. Back in the day, people used to read books, so why not watch an online course? Who cares? But I just want you to know that you taking a course or reading a book or getting advice from a pediatrician or a friend or whatever is not you being a bad mom or you not knowing what to do. If anything, you are taking the necessary steps to be the best parent you can be. Okay, remember to like and subscribe. Bye!